Hey everyone! Now, I do have bad news. I filmed my reaction to my rewatch for the 8th episode of Yuushibu. However, there was a technical problem and none of the audio at all was recorded, so that made it pretty terrible. Like, it's not really much of a reaction at that point. I am still going to have it as a unlisted video that you can find in a comment or description or something, so you can watch it if you want to see me silently react to it. But it's really not good enough. So in addition to that, I am going to be doing this video here, which is basically going to be a little bit of discussion of the episode, just kind of some general thoughts I have on it, that sort of thing. Because I didn't really want to refilm the reaction itself because I am pretty upset, pretty annoyed by the fact that it got screwed up. So it wouldn't really be a fun video because of that would be lingering in the back of my mind. So in this video, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on the episode. So episode 8 of Yuushibu. I quite enjoyed it, for sure. It was a lot of fun. We started off where we left off before, which was Nova was collapsed, and we weren't sure what the problem was, but it was pretty obvious what the problem was. It was just hot, because the air conditioner broke. However, the funniest thing about the scene was Raul basically hugely overreacted. He just starts going full Cnouki and talking about fire monsters and stuff that must have caused this problem, and we must find it and track it down and defeat it and save her from the heat that's going to destroy her from the inside and just all that stuff. And it just turns out to not be a big deal at all. But I did quite enjoy them teasing him, especially when they did straight up call him out in his Chunibyo. It was great. You know, the kind of thing you might expect from someone that did go from being a hero to a more normal job. Some of that attitude might carry over. So I thought that was great. That was hilarious. And of course, since it's Nova, she's not going to be too mad at him and anything he may or may not have done to her. So that was the first thing to talk about. Now, little thing, but Fino being in the sink like a cat was absolutely adorable. I loved it. Not to say on that. But so next thing, yeah, we decided to do a special sale, which was a pretty good idea. And of course, it's really hot. Fino decided to just remove the bra entirely, which the best thing about that is that after a sufficient amount of sweat, things just became amazing. However, as usual, Raul could not appreciate the situation and wanted her to go change or put the bra on or whatever. But a quick explosion later kind of canceled all of that, and we decided to have a much better idea, which was to wear the swimsuits, which I think that was the title of the episode, or it was part of it in some way. So I did expect that, but it was pretty great to see because it's very reminiscent of the ED, where they all wear the swimsuits. And when I say all, I mean all, because we got everyone into this, which I'll get into. Let's see. Oh yeah, the changing scene where they got into the swimsuits initially, that was top tier scene. Just really well animated. Like I said a couple times, the show knows where to put the animation budget for the maximum effect. So one of the best things about the show, I would say. Also, just using the pool, like actually using the pool as the way to advertise it, was a pretty good idea. Like, you can't not buy a few of them after seeing how much fun they were having in the pool. So that was a thing. And yeah, like I'm really glad that we managed to get everyone to join. Ram was good to join because the girls looked fantastic in their bikinis, but they were all pretty busty, so it's good to have a bit more variety. So a bit more small girl like Ram, definitely appreciated. And speaking of, we also got All A into this somehow, who apparently found wearing a bunny suit to be less embarrassing than wearing a bikini. I'm not quite sure where her shame threshold is. It's always a little bit confusing, but we got her to wear it in the end. She had to put on a mask though, and she actually did lose the top at some point, so you know, bonus points. As usual, she always just sees Raul at the worst times. She saw the one girl kind of flirting with him, got the wrong idea, so as usual, she just keeps getting mad at him and just kind of keeps losing respect for him and gets jealous and all that sort of thing. That's always fun. And apparently getting kicked by her is a privilege. I understand. See, oh yeah, the poses. There were a lot of just great poses throughout the episode. And because we're selling cameras as well, so we gotta have camera-worthy events, and posing is a good way to do that. Especially at like 20 minutes, 32 seconds into the episode itself, there's a top-tier view there, for sure. And as far as plot stuff goes, the reporter, the guy that we saved before, well, helped out before, turns out to be a reporter, and that could be a very useful asset in our war. And just in general, I think we struck a pretty good blow against Amada in this episode, because we got our own talents, and I think we flaunted them quite well in the episode, for sure. And the final thing to talk about is Fino's family. So it seems like Fino's family has something to do with this whole Armada trying to crush them thing. Like, because they probably want Fino back into their fold, and the good way to do that is to get rid of the thing she's attached to right now. Because I'm not too sure about any of that Fino family stuff. Like I said, I don't remember too much about much of the show at all. But it seems like that's kind of what's going on. So I imagine we'll get more into that going forward. So that's all I really got to say, I think, on the episode. Again, I apologize to anyone that was looking forward to the actual reaction, but it's just things like that happen sometimes. It's unfortunate, but hopefully it won't happen anymore. And yeah, hopefully next time things should be fine. So just look forward to that, I suppose. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.